What's up, folks? GameRex here. Welcome back to a brand new video. Alright, today we are back with another classic, a real classic video idea of this YouTube channel. Of course, you guys know that I like roasting people that don't know anything about dinosaurs. And of course, that's what we are going to do today, and trust me, we're not going to hold back. Today we'll be reacting to a video that's called What Was Earth Like Before the Dinosaurs? And so yeah, that basically means that this isn't really necessarily a dinosaur related video, but well, yeah, sort of in a way. Yeah, you get me. So yeah, it's time to take a look into these ridiculous, inaccurate videos, and you guys love that, I know it. So anyways, don't waste any more time, and let's jump into it! Alright, here we go, ladies and gents.
Earth looked very different.
Yeah, it did.
All the continents were fused into one.
Yep, Pangaea.
One with life, both beautiful and terrifying.
Yep.
When you think of prehistoric times, you might picture a T-Rex rampaging
yeah.
through the jungle with its...
Very interesting, because already they are looking back to Jurassic Park. That's not accurate at all.
razor-sharp teeth. But even before the dinosaurs, there were other giant creatures ruling the Earth.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah.
Loads of them.
To the Permian period. This
yeah.
epic
Yeah, well, not only the Permian period. I mean, we also had the Cambrian, the Ordovician, the Devonian. We had loads of different time eras on Earth before.
Started 300 million years ago.
The Permian.
Back then, our planet had
well,
one supercontinent,
yeah.
Pangaea.
Long before that as well.
A world ocean called Pangaea.
Is that right? Wait, I'm going to check that for just a second.
A few minutes later.
Alright, that's correct. That is correct. Pangaea, alright. I was about to say, because I never heard of that name before, so...
The Permian period began at the end of an ice age, when temperatures were much cooler than today.
Actually, that is not exactly correct. Well, it did happen because of climate change, but it wasn't because of global cooling, it was because of global warming. Temperatures only started to rise as the Permian, came closer. So that's not 100% correct. So, yeah, that's 1-0 for me.
The next 50 million years, Earth kept growing hotter and drier.
Yep.
Eventually, the most deadly event in the history of our planet wiped out nearly everything that ever lived here.
Yeah. So, yo, the greatest extinction event in all of Earth's history, it's called the Great Dying. 95% of life went extinct during that period, including almost all marine species and more than 3/4 of life on land. That's the closest that life just got to failing, simply just failing. Imagine if every life form on our planet went extinct that particular day or that particular period, we wouldn't be here. And life wouldn't have got any chance to evolve any further. So yeah, we're very, very lucky with that. 299 million years ago.
If you could time travel nearly 300 million years into the past, you'd land smack dab in the middle of the supercontinent Pangaea.
Yes.
Earth's smaller continents would have just finished colliding with each other to form this enormous...
Well, Pangaea was actually already formed a lot earlier, actually. I think it was around 335 million years ago. I think that's the time period when Pangaea was officially formed. So yeah, it was already, a huge landmass, so yeah.
There was likely less oxygen in the air than there is now, but you still might be able to breathe.
Well, I think there was even more oxygen in the air. I mean, look at the Carboniferous. There was a huge amount of oxygen and carbon dioxide in the air. With our human activities, etc., I think there's even less and less oxygen left in our air today than in the Permian period. And well, yeah, if we're talking about the Great Dying, then, yeah, of course, oxygen levels would have plummeted, I think.
290 million years ago, Earth saw the very first seed-bearing plants called gymnosperms.
Gymnosperms.
These plants carried seeds on their cones, and they spread across the supercontinent.
Yeah, with pines.
Like wildfire. The ancient
well, yeah.
evergreen forest of the early Permian was hiding something familiar.
Well, you know what it is. Because of the climate started to dry up, loads of plants had to, you know, adapt. And unfortunately, a lot of those plants couldn't adapt and got extinct. So yeah, we were only left with a couple of plants left. I think those are ferns, conifers, yeah, these sort of pine trees, I guess. There were 3, yeah, I don't know all of them, but if I had to make a guess, I think those are the 3 main plant species.
Cockroaches.
Oh god.
Only these weren't the cockroaches you know today. These prehistoric vermin were gigantic.
Well, not anymore. You see, the Carboniferous had a lot of oxygen in the air. And a lot of oxygen means that insects can grow much bigger. So let me tell you actually how insects work from the inside. Insects actually don't have lungs. They have these small tubes running down their body. I forgot what the name are. Anyone let me know in the comments, please. But those tubes, they basically catch the oxygen, and that's how they breathe. And you know, the more oxygen in the air, the more oxygen the insects can, you know, use. And as they use more oxygen, they can grow bigger. So that's why the Carboniferous had such big insects during that period. And of course, during the Permian, when, you know, all these big forests disappeared and the oxygen level started to go down, these insects couldn't, you know, grow as large anymore. So yeah, that's basically how it went during that time.
Size of birds. But despite their size, cockroaches never ruled prehistoric land.
No.
That's good news, am I right?
Oh yeah.
Something much more fascinating was roaming Pangaea.
And I
The
know
now
what.
extinct ancestor of primitive mammals, Dimetrodon.
Alright, I like what they say. They don't say it's an ancestor of the dinosaur or even related to a dinosaur. They say it's a related ancestor to mammals. And you know, they are correct with that. Because Dimetrodon is more closely related to mammals than to dinosaurs. But yeah, that's actually very crazy that Dimetrodon was actually more related to you know, you than, for example, a T-Rex. That's, I mean, the thought of that is just insane. And yeah, of course, it was a, you know, primitive ancestor of, you know, mammal-like reptiles. They are called synapsids. So yeah, I think it's a very cool fact that they, you know, included that, because that is how it is.
This animal was as fascinating as it was terrifying.
It was fascinating.
Encountering a Dimetrodon would be
What is that?
quite a sight
What
to
is that
behold.
design? You're pissing me
This
off.
ancient lizard grew to 5
Oh.
meters long and
Wait. Wait. Did they call Dimetrodon just a lizard? I just gave you a compliment because you called Dimetrodon not a dinosaur. And now you're saying it's a lizard. Nope. Yeah, lizards branched off a very different lineage. Or, well, they didn't go into the direction of mammal-like reptiles. But Dimetrodon isn't a lizard, alright? You know, it isn't a fully developed mammal yet, of course, but it isn't a lizard, you know? It's not a lizard. Come on. You know better than that.
other mammal-like reptiles.
Ooh,
took over the
Gorgonopsids.
planet. Therapsids. They had strong
Yeah.
jaws with sharp teeth and a somewhat upright stance thanks to their legs
Yep,
being
that's right.
situated underneath their bodies.
Yeah, that's right. Basically, the Gorgonopsids were one of the first, you know, big predators that had their legs right underneath their body, like, for example, we do. So yeah, they actually looked a lot and a lot more like modern mammals do. I mean, when you look at the overall body, I mean, look at their head. Their head is almost shaped like a dog or a bear of some sort. They have saber teeth, like, you know, the saber-toothed cats had during the Ice Age. And one thing that they have as well, just overall different teeth, different sized teeth in their mouth. As you know, we mammals have loads of different shaped and sized teeth in our mouth. We have in the back over here, we have our molars, we have our canines, you know, the front teeth. We all have different kinds of teeth, you know, for yeah, for example, chewing and, you know, devouring different foods. So yeah, that's very interesting actually. Gorgonopsids started to look a lot like mammals in terms of appearance and, you know, features that they had.
Due to the changing climate, sea levels were shifting, but marine life found ways to thrive.
Well,
If
not
you
exactly
were to take a
thrive,
dip
but
in the prehistoric superocean, you'd be swimming alongside ancient sharks and
oh
bony
yeah,
primitive fish.
yeah.
More complex marine species came
No.
and went as the
Wait.
environment-
They showed fragments, or they showed some scenes of Shonisaurus or some ancient ichthyosaurs. Well, let me tell you something. Ichthyosaurs and, you know, these big marine reptiles started to, you know, really form during the Triassic. And, you know, the period Triassic, Jurassic, Cretaceous is mostly referred to as the Age of Reptiles. And that's when most reptiles really started to develop. They really started to, you know, spread out around the world. And that's exactly the same with the ichthyosaurs. So no, they didn't exist in the Permian. They did, you know, they really formed, they really spread out during the Triassic. We were almost at the extinction event.
In the late Permian period, you could have a friendly encounter with another reptile, Lystrosaurus.
Lystrosaurus,
These
yeah.
looked like a cross between a lizard and a pig, but unlike all
Stop
the
calling them
scary
lizards.
prehistoric monsters out there, Lystrosaurus was a herbivore.
Yep.
It was just 1 meter long and had powerful front legs for burrowing.
Well, there were different sorts of Lystrosaurs. I mean, the biggest species of Lystrosaurs was... Oh, wait, my apologies. I must be thinking about the Cynodons. I'm sorry, but yeah, there was one of those animals that really looked like it, that was really big. It was the size of an elephant, but I don't know the name exactly. But there was some sort of Lystrosaur or the Cynodon that was really massive. I think that was one of the biggest non-mammalian or mammal-like reptiles at the time. Yeah, it's too early for this, okay? It's too early for this. I might be saying some weird stuff, okay?
Soon, another cute mammal-like lizard evolved, the Cynodont.
Cynodons.
The Cynodont
Yeah, that was
looked
really
like a
more
giant
during the
rodent.
Triassic.
It was about 1 meter long, had whiskers, and fed on small animals and insects.
Yeah, it started to look a lot more
During
like
this
modern
time,
mammals.
Something bad was brewing in the air. A large amount of volcanic activity was displacing oxygen from the atmosphere. Scientists think there was as little as 10% oxygen in the air. Compare that to 21%
Wow, I didn't know that.
today. You'd have a hard time breathing in that environment.
Oh yeah, that's for
And
sure.
the temperature kept rising and rising. With an average temperature of about 28 degrees Celsius, this lush prehistoric
Damn.
world was turning into an oven.
I think it was even hotter than that, to be honest.
All good things must come to an end, and sadly,
Yes.
this period came to a particularly brutal one.
Oh
About
yeah.
252 million
The
years
destruction
ago,
of
about
almost all life.
90%, About 90% of all plant and animal
Not just
life
90%,
was wiped out.
95 to
This
96%.
tragic moment is called the Great Dying. And
Yeah.
It was Earth's most devastating mass extinction event.
Yes, it is.
Scientists still debate what caused this catastrophic extinction. Most theories suggest it was the result of explosive volcanic
I think it was volcanic activity and, you know, lava that rose up from the ground. I think almost everything, almost all sunlight could blocked.
Plants couldn't perform their photosynthetic processes. and
Nope.
Died off. And
Yes.
Without plants, the very basis of their food chain, animals soon followed.
Oh yeah, and
Things
rapidly.
got worse before they got better. Because of all the carbon dioxide emitted during the volcanic eruptions, global temperatures rose again. And not just to where they
Wait,
were,
what?
but higher, much higher. And this caused the superocean to lose most of its oxygen.
Oh yeah, the ocean
Unable
got
to breathe,
poisoned.
A majority of the Permian sea animals perished.
Yeah,
Eventually,
almost all of them.
Over 95% of marine species and more than 70% of land animals became extinct.
yeah,
This mass extinction
almost
event
our life.
could make you sad enough to want to bring back all the animals that have ever gone away.
Well, I don't think that's a very good idea to let animals like Dimetrodon, you know, run wild and loose into the nature, into today's world. I don't think they would survive because we live in a very different world. Actually, that was, yeah, pretty... pretty interesting to watch. I think I made a couple of mistakes during this video, but I don't care. I think I just stated the right facts, okay? Go easy on me, please. No, actually, I don't care. By the way, actually, let me know. I have a new editor now. Yeah, he's editing my videos right now. And I want to know your opinions. Is he a good editor? Do you think he's, you know, editing my videos very well? You know, what do you like the new style? Or, well, new style. Do you like this style or not? Actually, let me know in the comments. I really appreciate that. And, by the way, I have a new logo and banner, if you haven't noticed before. I thought it was a... You know, I thought GameRex, it needed a glow up, so, you know, I tried to do a glow up in terms of, you know, logo and banner, etc. So, yeah, I really hope that you liked it as well. And, of course, if you haven't subscribed already, then make sure to do that down below, because if you don't want to miss any more videos like this, then make sure to drop a subscribe. Drop a subscribe. Brilliant. And, of course, make sure to put on notifications so you don't miss any more epic videos like this. Anyways, I want to thank you guys all for watching. Happy New Year still, although it's already a couple of days after New Year. But, yeah, anyways, I'll see you in the next video. Bella ciao. Adios, amigos.